Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, where we'll be having a 1,500-point Purge the Alien battle between my Dark Angels and Sterling's Chaos. So the story is that the Dark Angels have been trying to purge this planet of the Chaos Stain for a while now, and the Chaos Space Marines have been trying to do it themselves, but they decided to reach in and get some of their renegade fanatics that have been following them on this planet that raided the local planetary defense forces armories, and inside there happened to be a super heavy tank. So bully, that's what the Dark Angels get to come up against. So they sent in some of their heavy hitting units to see what they could do. So yeah, that's the basic premise of what we've got going on here today. Before we go any further, let's show you the two armies and psychic powers that we will have today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a combined arms detachment. Leading that detachment, we have two level 1 librarians, one with a force sword, one with a force axe. We have a 10-man tactical squad with a plasma gun and a rhino as a dedicated transport. We have another 10-man tactical squad with a heavy bolter and a rhino as a dedicated transport. We have a mortis pattern dreadnought with two twin-linked las cannons. We have another mortis pattern dreadnought with two twin-linked las cannons. We have a 5-man command squad with 5 melta-guns and a drop pod as a dedicated transport. We have an attack bike with a multi-melta upgrade. We have another attack bike with a multi-melta upgrade. And last but not least, we have a 3-tank Predator squadron with twin-linked las cannons and las cannon sponsons. So for the forces of Chaos, they'll be running a combined arms detachment of renegades and an allied detachment of Chaos Space Marines. Leading off the allied detachment, we have a Demon Prince of Nurgle with power armor, level 3 mastery level, a spell familiar, wings, and a gift of mutation. Then we have a 5-man Chaos Space Marine squad with an inspiring champion. They all have the mark of Nurgle. One of them has a melta-gun, and they'll be riding in a rhino. Leading up the combined arms detachment, we have a renegade command squad with led by an arc demagogue with bloody-handed reaver, carapace armor, and the Covenant of Nurgle. All of them have the carapace armor. There's 4 disciples with las guns, 1 disciple with the Banner of Hate, another disciple with the Command Net Vox, and they will be riding in a renegade chimera. We have a renegade enforcer with combat drug injectors, flak armor, las pistol, melta bombs, and power sword. Then we have a renegade grenadier squad, all with carapace armor. 4 of them have the hot shot las gun, and 1 of them has a hot shot volley gun, and they will be arriving in a renegade chimera. We have a 30-man squad of renegade mutant rabble, all with flak armor and auto guns, and a mutant champion with the Covenant of Nurgle and a power axe. And last but certainly not least, we have a renegade Baneblade with 2 las cannons, 2 twin-linked heavy bolters, militia training, and the blasphemous icon. Alright, psychic powers for the Dark Angels. The librarian with the force axe rolled on divination, so he has force, prescience, and forewarning. And the guy with the sword also did on divination, has force, prescience, and scryer's gaze. And for chaos here, the Demon Prince rolled and got Plague Wind for his Nurgle power, then rolled on Biomancy and got Warp Speed and Hemorrhage. Alright, so those are the 2 armies that we'll be facing today. Let's go over deployment. I have one of my Mortis Pattern Dreadnoughts in here. I've got my 2 tactical squads here. The one in the front there is a 5-man squad with just the sergeant and 4 bolter dudes. The back one is a 10-man squad with the plasma gun in it. We have my tanks there. We have the combat squadded 5-man squad here with the heavy bolter. And attached to them is my warlord, the librarian with the force sword. We have the other Mortis Pattern Dreadnought right there. And then we have the 2 attack bikes who are separate over there. So that's Dark Angels deployment. Oh, and these guys over here are in drop pod, deep strike reserve over there. Then for the deployment here for Chaos, we have the Demon Prince of Nurgle there, followed by the Command Squad. Then we have the Chaos Space Marines, the Grenadiers, and the Baneblade. And his renegade mutant rabble rolled on their gift, and they got the one that gives them infiltrate. So they will be coming in on a 2+ because he got another gift with his dude bro. So they'll be coming with a 2+ starting in turn 2. So yeah, that's what we've got going on here. Before we go any further, right now the forces of chaos are going first, unless I can seize the initiative. My leadership trait gave me +1 to seize the initiative, and he has a super heavy, which gives me an additional +1. So I will be seizing the initiative on a 4+. Oh man, I don't think I've ever needed seize the initiative more than this. I think I've said that before, but I think I was lying then. I think this is really where I really need it. So here we go. 4+ seize the initiative. Oh, and it had to be a 1 as if to rub it in. The fates are just rubbing it in. That there's no way you could ever have gotten that. I was never seizing that initiative. Curse you, fates! All right, so yeah, we'll come back to you after movement phase for chaos on turn 1. Oh. All right, movement phase is Demon Prince is flying, shooting up the board here. These guys moved up 6. These guys moved up 6. These guys shuffled up a bit and then disembarked their renegade bros there, and he moved up 6. So yeah, they're bringing the pain. Coming over here for the pain train. We don't have night fight, so I don't even have that. That's super brutal. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the psychic phase. He rolled a 6, leaving me with 8 dice and leaving him with 9 dice. So what do we want to do first?
I think what we're going to start off with first is we're going to start off with hemorrhage. Let's get the big one.
All right, so he's going to cast hemorrhage onto the tactical squad, 5-man tactical squad with my warlord attached to it there.
Target that dude, bro.
It's a focus witchfire?
It's a focus with fire.
All right, hold on a second. All right, so we looked at the power, or at least my opponent had already done it. I just wanted to see what was going on, so I didn't sound like an idiot. So yeah, so he's going to target. He's going to try to target the guy inside there, right in the middle there. So yeah, he has to get. I guess it's a power 2. So if he gets 3, he can target that guy. Otherwise, it's the closest. So needing 2, gets it with 2. So it'll actually target the closest guy because that's how focus witchfires work. Screw it, I'm going to try to deny that with all of my dice. So here it comes. There's a psyker in that squad, so I get on 5 pluses. Denied with 2. Woo! Okay. All right, so moving on here, he's going to cast warp. What is it? Warp wind? Plague wind. I knew it was something evil and dark. Plague wind onto that biker there. He's going to jink. So now it needs, how many, what's the warp charge it needs? It needs 2, so he's going to roll his, wrong dice. He's going to roll his 4 dice that he has left. And it does not go off. Ooh. Oh, but he has a spell familiar, so he will re-roll his dice on this. So they all get to re-roll, or have to re-roll, I should say. And it goes off, but perils. So yeah, so let's do that. We'll come back to you with the results of that. Okay, so that was a little bit crazy. He got it off. It basically hit. Scattered 1 inch, still hit him. Wounded. I failed my jinx save, so he took a wound. He perils and rolled a 2. So he lost. What was it again? He lost warp speed. So he also took a wound. Since he took a wound, it was flying. He had to take a grounding test. He rolled a 1. So then he crashed and burned, and then he took another wound from that, failed his invul save, so now he's on the ground, and he's down to 2 wounds. That was the most ridiculous psychic phase I think I've ever seen, and I've seen some pretty crazy, ridiculous psychic phases. So yeah, that's what happened there. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase here for Forces of Chaos on turn 1. All right, so we're going to start off the shooting phase with this dude bro here. So first thing we're going to do is the 2 twin-linked heavy bolters are going to fire into this guy. He's going to jink. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling. All right, twin-linked. All right, so 3 hits, strength 5, toughness 5. So looking for 4s. So we got 2 wounds. I'm going to take the jink save here. 2 4-up jink saves. Oop. Made 1, re-roll this one. And that's good, all right. So last cannons are going to fire into him. He's going to jink. I'm just kidding, he can't jink. But yeah, he's going to fire into them. So hitting on 3s, sorry. Oh, 2 hits. Front armor is 12, so you're looking for 3s to glance. Oh, that's rough. Now the Demolisher Cannon is going to fire into this guy, who is still going to be jinking because he jinked during the psychic phase. Ballistic skill 4, that's a direct hit. So it's going to hit him, strength 10. Oh, So wounded on anything but. That's anything but. 4-up Jinx save. Oh, re-rolling. Oh, this guy's getting sent back. Well, now he's dead, I guess. But I was going to say he was going to get sent back for training because he can't Jink for crap. All right, so now his coax autocannon, which is on the front there, is going to shoot into these guys. It's strength 7, so he'd be glancing on a 6. But the important part is, if it gets a hit, he gets to re-roll his scatter for his big old blast gun there. So yeah, so here we go. So the coax autocannon. 1 hits. Oh, 2 hits? I thought it was 1 hit.
Ballistic skill 4.
Oh, ballistic skill 4. Sorry, hitting on 3s. That's right. So glancing on 6s. Nope, no glances. But he now gets to reroll his scatter for his blast weapon, which is good because this guy is pretty close. He doesn't want him to get hit by it. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so here comes the big old 10-inch blast, which is going to go right over the back corner there. And that's going to hit a whole lot of stuff. A lot of scary stuff here.
All right.
So here it goes. You can re-roll this if he wants.
I don't.
Oh, he does not because it's a direct hit. So that's going to hit, I think. Yeah, that's. Oh, God. So I guess, yeah, we'll go back to him when we figure out what it hits. All right, so ITC rules you to choose a level, and he chose the ground floor, which is going to have 2 hits onto my tanks there. So it's strength 9, so glancing on a 4 on the 2 tanks. So we got 1 glance. All right, so it's going to be going actually through the building here because it's not a barrage. So you get a 4+ cover save for ruins there. Oh my God. All right, that's what I needed. And now he's getting on these other 2 guys, wounding on anything but. What? All right, so yeah, I mean that I guess is the thing that can happen. That's wow. Okay. Welcome to the odd dice roll channel, everybody. Yeah, I guess we're gonna move on. What? All right, so moving on here, we've got 2 of the chimeras with their multi-lasers are gonna fire into my dude bro here. So he's still jinking. So hitting on weapon skill 3, so hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 3 hits. Strength 7, so wounding on 2s.
Strength 6.
Oh, strength 6, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 3 wounds. 3 4-up Jinx saves. All right, make 2. Reroll because of Raven Wing. Oh, okay, takes a wound. And now the bolters from the Rhino are going to fire into him. So he's got 4 shots coming in here because there's 2 storm bolters. So hitting on, they're Marines, so they're going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Oh, 3 wounds. 4-up Jinx saves. All right, made 2. Reroll. Oh, failed. Seriously, what kind of reject Ravenwing did I get sent here on this mission? All right, that's the end of the Chaos turn here, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 1. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels. He shuffled around, so he loses Skyfire. He moved up 6 inches this way, so he's in range for there. This guy shot up 12 inches and passed his dangerous terrain test. These guys all pivoted around looking on him. Tackle squad stood still. These guys over here, this guy up here, shuffled around so he doesn't have Skyfire. And these dude bros came in right over there. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty brutal turn, I think. So then for Psychic phase, I rolled a 3, giving me 5 dice, giving my opponent 6. I'm going to roll them all on prescience from him into them. Or I guess onto that squad there. So needing 2. Getting it with 2. I'm going to deny it. Needing 2 6s.
No, I'm higher mastery level than you.
Well, yeah, but he's not. Yeah, it's not on the target. Yeah. Oh, that was super close. All right, so they are prescience. All right, that's it for Psychic phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so these guys here are going to fire into the back of the Bane Blade. So they're going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of prescience. Re-roll because of prescience. All right, so that's all hits. So rear armor is 12. So I need 4s to glance. So I got 5. Needing 4s to glance. They're in melter range, so 4s to glance. That is a pen. That is a pen. That is a pen. That is a pen. And that is a pen. So that's 5 pens. All right. So it's going to have 5. 5 penetrating hits. And now they're going to be +2 to the results for penetration because of Melta. So +2 to these results. Oh man, we got 3 explodes. So these are going to be plus D3. So he's got 5 whole points down, and these are going to be additional D3s. So 3, 4, 5, 6, additional 6. I think he's dead.
I'm pretty sure.
Is he dead?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that is incredible. All right, so he's going to explode and take out, I think, like everybody over there. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so here it goes. It's going to explode. We center it on there, and then we scatter it. It's going to go, oh man, 5 inches that way. I think it's going to hit some of my guys too. And then we've got to figure out what it is. So we'll come back to you once we figure out what's going on. Okay, so that was a little bit crazy there. So I lost one guy. He just got clipped by the blast and had a strength 4 hit. So he got wounded, and then I failed my armor save. So he was killed. He lost 4 guys to strength D hits there on his renegades. And then this took a D strength hit and lost 1 whole point. And then it took a strength 8 hit and took 1 whole point. He's stunned. Is stunned the one where they can't, whatever one. This one can't move and is firing snapshots. This one's firing snapshots. I can never remember shaken or stunned. I can't remember which one it is. So that's what's going on with those guys. So yeah, pretty effective. So he's still got to take his leadership test, but we'll figure that out at the end of the phase. Speaking of which, the storm bolters from there are going to fire into him. So hitting on a 3, 2 hits, wounding on toughness 3. So 3s. That's 1 wound.
4 up armor.
4 up because he's got the carapace armor. He's good. All right, the tanks here are going to fire onto his demon prince there. Is he going to jink? Yeah, he's jinking. He's jinking like none other. So one of my guns isn't in arc because I was actually thinking I was going to shoot against the Baneblade. So I've got 3 twin linked and 5 non-twin linked shots going in there. Hitting on 3s. All right, twin linked. Oh, that's cocked. Okay. So I've got 5 hits. Wounding on 2s. Rerolling because of Monster Hunter. Don't need to, so we got 5 hits on him. He's got, he's Nurgle, so he's got a 2+ Shroud. So he's got a 2+ Jinx save, so 5 2+ Jinx saves. Oh, he takes 1. So he's down to 1. Alright, Mortis Pattern Dreadnought here is going to fire into his Demon Prince there. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. So 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds, 2 up. Jinx saves. Oh no! And he's dead. Wah, wah. All right, he is going to fire into his command squad right there. So hitting on a 3, twin linked. Okay, 1 hit. Front armor's 12. So needing a 3 to glance. Nope, nothing. And that's it for Dark Angels here on turn 1. I mean, that's it. That's a lot. So yeah, these guys flatted out, and that's about it. Everyone else did their shooting that could shoot. So that's it for Dark Angels. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Renegades, the Chaos and Renegades here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for Chaos. He ran over that way, fearless in the face of the enemy. These guys, he had to stay still because he got the shaken or stirred, or I don't know which one it is. This one, he shot over this way to squeeze in between these 2 guys, and he shot up 12 inches that way. And then these guys came on. So now I've got 30 mutant rabble in my back end over here. So that sounds painful. So we'll see how that goes here on turn 2. So he's got no more psychic because his Demon Prince is dead. So we'll just move on to the shooting phase. All right, so these 2 guys are going to pop smoke, and he is going to snap fire his multi-laser back into these guys here. So hitting on 6s because they're snap firing. No, nothing. So the hotshot volley gun there is going to fire into them. It's salvo 2-3, so he's got 2 shots because he moved. Hitting on a 3 because he's built skill 4. 2 hits. So strength 4, AP 3, right? Mm-hmm. So wounding on a 4. I got 1 wound. 1 4-up cover save because they're towing in there. 4-up cover. No, 1 more guy dead. So these guys are going to run over here. They're going to run how many inches? 4 inches. So after that, I think that's it for his turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here. He shuffled around so he doesn't get Skyfire. This guy shot over this way 12 inches. He shot over here 12 inches. These guys pivoted looking on him. He moved over 5 inches to look on that big old blob. These guys shuffled around a bit inside there. These guys, he separated from them, and they moved up this way looking on him. And that's it for movement phase. So now moving on to the psychic phase, I rolled a 1, leaving me with 3 dice, leaving my opponent with 1 die. He's going to cast prescience onto my tanks. So I need 2. I get it with 3, so he can't deny that. Oh, he rolled a 3, but that does nothing. All right, so they're prescience. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so we're going to start with these guys here shooting into the rhino over there. So they're going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of prescience. Re-rolling because of prescience. Okay, all hits. Now they're going to be glancing on 2s, re-rolling because of Tank Hunter. All right, no need to re-roll because those are all pens. So we have 9 pens coming in here. 5 up, cover save because of smoke. No. So that goes through quite a few. You got 1, 2, only 4 went through. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, 5 went through. All right, 1 went under my rhino. So 5 went through. Let's just see if it explodes. +1. It does. All right, so we'll figure that out and we'll come back to you. So that's the result. The guy with the melter gun died in the explosion, unfortunately. All right, so we'll move on in the shooting phase. He is going to fire into the command squad right there. So hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Front armor's 12, so 3s to glance. 1 pen. 1 5 up cover save. No. So +1 to this result. 4, so he can't move and it's going to be snap firing. All right, these guys are going to fire into this chimera over here. So hitting on 3s. Okay, apparently they got all their luck out against the Bane Blade. Within melter range, so needing, what's the back armor? 10. So needing a 2 to glance. That's a pen. So he gets nothing. All right, so +2 to the result. It's a 5, weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, the multi-laser, 4, 5, 6, the heavy flamer. 4, 5, 6. So the heavy flamer is gone. It's down to 1 hull point. All right. All right, my librarian's going to shoot at the dude there. So hitting on a 3. Nope, he misses. So we're just going to go straight into the storm bolter from the drop pod there. Hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. He will survive! Oh boy, that's not great. All right, the heavy bolter from here, he didn't move and he's gonna fire into those guys. So hitting on 3s. All right, 2 hits, strength 5, toughness 5, so wounding on 4s. Nothing, oh God. That's just like, how many double 1s can we roll this game? All right, so moving on. In the world of overkill, twin link blast cannons are gonna fire into little gubbins over there. So we've got hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, wounded on 2s, 2 wounds, 2 splats, 2 dead. Womp womp. That ignores their feel no pain. All right, moving on. Actually, I think that's it for shooting phase. I've got some guys that are gonna flat out, but no one that's going to charge. So we'll, oh yeah, okay, yeah, we got 1 guy who's gonna charge over there. So we'll come back to you with the charge sub phase. All right, so my librarian there is gonna charge into his little dude bro there. So hitting on 6s. Nothing. Okay. So I think I need about like a 6-inch charge through cover there, probably. 5. Ooh, that's gonna be close. Do you want to take a measure? Nah, because he has to go through cover. He needed 1 more inch. Ah. All right. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of my turn. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for renegades here on turn 3. All right, movement phase here for chaos. These guys ran up this way. These guys moved over this way. He had to stay still. He pivoted around so you can get some nice shots on these guys, and he stood still so you can get his salvo. So that's it for the movement phase here for chaos. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, this guy here is going to fire into my Melta Bros there. He's going to shoot his multi-laser and the last cannon, last gun side thingies, but they're going to be firing into the same guy, so we're going to roll at the same time. The green are the last guns. So hitting on 4s. That's cocked over there. There we go. Okay. So, all right. Wounding on, what is it, strength 3 and strength?
Strength 3 and strength 6.
So strength 3 and strength 6. The white's going to be wounding on a 2. Those are going to be wounding on not 6s, 5s. So we got 2 wounds. Are any of those AP3? No. So we got 2 3+ armor saves. 1 guy dies. All right. All right. Grenadier dude bro is going to shoot into my librarian there. He stood still, so 3 shots hitting on 3s because he's ballistic skill 4. Ooh, so 1 hit. Strength 4, wounded on a 4. No.
Nope.
All right, so he's going to fire his multi-laser into the side of the Rhino. Hit on 6s because he's snap firing. No hits. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. These guys are going to charge into the Rhino. So I will shoot Overwatch first. So 2 guys with bolters are popping out the top there. Hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. Nothing. So then we roll the distance. Oh, they are in. Yeah, they are definitely in. All right, so we'll move them into combat and keep moving on. And now these guys are going to charge into my tanks. There's only 2 guys that can do anything because his what's the dude names? What's the guy's name?
The Enforcer and the Mutant Champion.
Gotcha. The Champion and the Enforcer. The Champion has a power axe, and the Enforcer has Melt a Bomb, so they could do stuff to them. They just need to be able to charge in, so he's got to make a really big charge here to make it in and get them within range. So here comes his roll for that. Ooh, we'll have to move them in and see if how that does. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, so they are in. We're going to start over here. So the only ones that could do anything, they took combat drugs. So the only ones that could do anything are the Inspiring Champion because he's got Force Axe, or not Force Axe, sorry, Power Axe. So he's Strength +1, so he's going to be glancing on 6s. And then the Enforcer has Melt-A-Bombs. So we've got the 3 attacks from the Enforcer, from the Inspiring Champion, and or the whatever the.
It's a lot of names.
It's a lot of names, and they're all crazy and chaosy. So the Enforcer is the dark one there. The green ones are the other dude with the axe. So hitting on 3s. Oh, all hits, perfect. All right, and now wounding or glancing on 6s with the green, and then Melt-A-Bomb. So 2s with that between the Melta. So that's a pen with the Melta and nothing with that. So we got 1 pen. What's the result? +2. Because it's Melta.
Please don't blow up.
It's blowing up. Ooh,
oh crap!
That's gonna be crazy. Do you want to roll to see how far it blows up?
Come on, think low. Think low.
Think high. 4. That's
still a nasty.
That's gonna cover a lot of guys. So we'll come back to you with the results of that. All right. So yeah, it exploded, killing 9 dudes. And then his drugs, he failed the toughness test and lost another 2 dudes. So he lost 11 guys in that explosion. But I lost a tank, so that's pretty good. Loses
33
tank hunter. He only lost 33 points of guys. I lost quite a bit more in tanks. So yeah, that happened. All right, we're gonna move on in the fight sub phase. All right, these guys are gonna attack the Rhino. So he's gonna be using his grenades. So 4 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, okay, 3 hits. Glancing on 6s. Glancing on 4s. Sorry. Okay, we got 1 pen and 1 glance. So you want to roll the effect for the pen? 3, so snap firing. All right, so we'll that's the end of the fight sub phase. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. So movement phase for Dark Angels here on turn 3. These guys shifted around looking on him. These guys disembarked from the. I forgot to tell you, this immobilized itself, so can't move away from there. So they came out and they're looking on them. He shuffled around, looking over that way. Those guys stood still. He moved up, so he can't fail that charge over there. Over here, this Rhino moved up here 6 inches and then disembarked. My 10-man squad all up in here. These guys kind of shuffled around over this way, and he turned around this way. So that's it for movement phase for the Dark Angels. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, he is going to prescience the tanks. Needing 2. Getting with 2, but perils, and he can't deny it. Nope, he didn't even get a 1. But he does peril, so let's see what happens. 2, so he will be taking a wound and then losing a power. So he's got Force, 1, 2. He's got Prescience, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Scryer's Gaze. I mean, you don't even have to guess which one I'm hoping he loses. Oh no! So Force, so he's no longer got Force. Well, that's not that bad. He doesn't have a lot of multi-wound character, so. All right, so he's down a wound and no longer knows Force. All right, we're gonna start shooting with the Rhinos, the Predators, into his command squad there. He gets cover saves from 2 of the las cannons, so those are gonna be the black ones that he gets cover saves from. So hitting on 3, everything's re-rolling because of Prescience. All right, re-rolling because of Prescience. All right, so they all hit. Front armor is 12, so glancing on a 3. All right, don't re-roll because I lost that ability. So 2 pens and a glance with no cover save, and you do get 2 cover saves. So it's going to be dead. Do you want to see if you can cover save this one pen? Nope. So we've got 3 pens that might explode it, +1. It does. It explodes. So we'll figure that one out and come back to you. All right. So he lost the banner and the Vox guy, and he lost 2 regular dudes. So that's pretty brutal. All right. So moving on. All right. These guys are going to fire into them. So hitting on 3s. Okay. 1. Melter range. So what's the side armor? Side armor 10. So looking for 2s to glance. That's a pen. So +2 to the result. It's explosion. All right, we'll figure that one out and come back to you. That was actually empty, so there's no one inside there. So that's how that worked out. He is going to fire onto the command squad there. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds. Oh, they're just dead. Oh, they're going to go to ground? All right, 2 6+. Nope, 2 guys dead. Okay. All right, other last cannon bro is going to shoot into his warlord there. Hitting on 3s. Twin linked. 2 hits. Wounding on 2. That's 2 wounds. He's got an invul save. What is it? A 5-up invul save. If he fails any of these, it's going to double him out. No, he's healed up. So he is dead. All right, slay the warlord. Librarian's going to fire into him. The pistol hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. Carapace armor 4+. No, he is dead. All right. All right, these guys are going to fire into them. So I've got 9 bolter shots coming in. They're going to be hitting on 3s. Oh, wow. Okay. Wounding on 5s because they're Nurgle Marines. All right, so we got 3 3+. 1 dead. All right. All right, the snap firing Stormbolt is going to fire into them. So hitting on 6s. Nope. All right, the only guys with the size here, with the ability to see them there, are these 3 guys. So they're going to fire into there. So I've got 2 rapid firing bolt guns and 1 rapid firing plasma gun, which is going to be the black. Hitting on 3s. Okay. So wounding on 2s and 3s. Okay. So we got 2. No, it goes through their armor because they've only got the flak armor, right? Yeah. So it's AP5.
2 dead and 2 feel no pains.
2 dead and 2 feel no pains, yeah.
So 2 dead.
2 dead and 2 feel no pains. 6+. No, so 2 more dead. All right, moving on. All right, this squad over here is going to fire into those guys. So I've got 2 rapid firing bolt guns hitting on 3s. Okay, 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. We got 4 wounds. They've got cover saves. At least the first 3 do. So the first 3, do you want to give? The first 3 get 4-up cover saves. Okay. So now you get 4 feel no pains. Okay, 4 more dead from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that guy's good. All right, so yeah, that's that. All right, that's it for Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3, and we'll come back to you with after movement phase for Chaos on turn 4. All right, so movement phase for the Chaos here. These guys regrouped because I forgot they failed their leadership test after being shot here. Ran back 8 inches, but they regrouped on their turn. But they stood over there hiding from everything. These guys move 4 inches through cover, looking up, trying to get into combat here with my guys. So they don't want to shoot them. So we're just going to go straight into the assault phase. So I think the only guys that can possibly see you. Let me see if this guy has no sight. He has no sight from up on there. So the only guys who can see him are these 2 guys down here. So I've got 2 rapid firing bolters hitting on 5s and 6s. And we got 1 wounding on a 3. That's a wound. Feel no pain, 6+. Oh, okay, so 1 guy dies. All right, so we determined he needs, what is this? He needs an 8-inch charge because it's 6 inches away +2 for moving through cover. So can he get an 8-inch charge? Yes, he can. Ooh, okay, this is going to be super brutal. All right, so we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. All right, so here we are into the fight sub phase. My guys are going to go first. So I got 4 guys in because 1 guy had to come down from the top and he couldn't make it into close combat. So I've got 4 regular guys and I've got 3 attacks from my librarian. He declared a challenge and he accepted with his champion. The Enforcer, that's right. With the Enforcer, sorry. So, so the greens are going to be the regular guys. They're going to be hitting on 3s, right? Because your weapons, most of the other guys are weapon skill.
Yeah, everyone else is weapon skill 2.
Oh, everyone else is weapon skill 2.
The Enforcer's 4.
The Enforcer's 4. So 3. The black ones are going to be hitting on 4s. The greens are going to be hitting on 3s. So I get to go first at initiative step 4. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So then, wounding on 3s for everybody. Oh, whiffed on this guy. Oh no, this is not good. These guys all hit, so they get their armor save 5+, right? 5+, 5+ armor save. All right, one guy saved, so 2, and then 6+ feel no pains. So 2 guys dead. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right, and then on to initiative step, whatever, for your dude bros there. So you lost 2 guys.
You lost 2 guys. And
So we'll come back to you with these ones. All right, so we're going to do the Enforcer first. He's got 3 base attacks, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 2 for rage. So he's got 6 attacks here, hitting on 4s. Oh man, this is going to be brutal. He's got an AP3 power sword. So wounding on 5s though, because he's only strength 3. Oh, but that's enough. That's 1. That's enough to kill my librarian. So he gets Slay the Warlord. Oh boy. And now we're gonna do the regular nubbins over here. He's got 5 of them left. They're gonna have 3 attacks each because of rage. So hitting on 5s. Hitting on 5s. There's a couple in there. 3. Wounding on 5s. Got 1. 3 up armor save. No. Okay, 1 more of my guys die. Oh my god. And now comes the champion with the power axe. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. It's AP2. So he won combat. So I've got to take a leadership test, but they're stubborn, so they're going to full leadership test of 8. And that's cocked. Oh no! They failed leadership. All right, so initiative off. You're initiative 3, I'm initiative 4. So, 5. He got me. So they are locked in combat. All right. So that really did just happen. All right, so we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you with the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, movement phase here for Dark Angels. These guys moved up. These guys moved up. He's immobilized. He moved up this way. This guy just stayed there, but this guy pivoted around looking on them. He moved around a bit, and he moved around a bit, both of them looking over here. And these guys moved through cover 6 inches so they could get some sight on them to get the charge in. So that's it for movement phase here for Dark Angels on turn 3. So we'll come back to you. 4? Turn 4? Turn 4. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, this guy and this guy are going to fire. We're just going to roll at the same time onto those guys. The black ones he gets a 5-up cover save from. The other one doesn't. The greens he doesn't. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of twin linked. All right, re-rolling. Alrighty. So wounding on 2s. Okay, 2 wounds from the ones that don't get cover saves.
They're going to go to ground.
They're going to go to ground, so 6 up. No, so 2 guys get killed.
And there's the champion.
And there's the champion. All right, so moving on. All right, these guys are going to fire onto them and to that guy. 1 guy left. So hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 5s because he's Nurgle. Okay, you've got 3 3-ups to Smake. No,
Dead.
he's dead. Oh, he gets feel no pain, right?
No.
Oh, no? Oh.
Standard
Mark.
Nurgle
Okay.
green stone.
Sorry. So he is dead. All right. So that's going to be it for the shooting since everyone else is in combat. We'll come back to you with the charge. All right. So that tactical squad there is going to charge into this combat over here. So I need not double ones, basically. All right. I got 6. So they're in. We'll move them in, and then we'll come back to you with the fight sub phase. With the 3-inch pile-in, they all got in. So my guys get to get first. So I've got 24 attacks coming in here. 24 attacks coming in. Hitting on 3s. Oof, that is a lot of 2s and 1s. Alrighty. These are wounding on 3s. Ooh, another set of 2s and 1s. All right, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 5-ups to make.
We'll start doing them in groups of 5 because that's how many normal dudes are left.
All right, 8. We're gonna do the first 5 ups. 1 saved. So 4, 6 plus feel my pains. Hey, there's another one. So 3 are dead. So now you're down to 2. So you got 3 more wounds.
Yep. So
2.
more.
5 plus? Nope.
No.
2 more. 6
Okay.
more. Nope.
Nope. Okay. And
now you've got the
take
1.
it on the enforcer then.
All right, now he's going to take it on the enforcer because he's got 2 wounds. So does he still have the 5 up?
He's got a 4 up.
Oh, he's got a 4 up.
Yeah, he has a 4 up.
Gotcha. 4 up. He's good. All right. So yeah, so we'll come back to you with his attacks here. All right, so that's all of my guys. So now we're going to do all of his attacks at the same time. He's going to put them all onto my smaller squad over there. So these are all going to be hitting on, what's his whip skill?
He's going to be hitting on 4s. He's going to be hitting on 5s.
So white's going to be hitting on 4s. Blue's going to be hitting on 5s because that's the champion with the axe. All right, so we got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s because of strength 3. Oh, nothing. All right. So do you want to leadership? He lost way more than. Well, he lost 5. He lost 5 from 8, so 3.
I need a 3.
No, he failed
so
that.
I will.
Initiative.
Oh no, I can still possibly get it. I will baleful judge, so I execute my.
Oh man, he's actually going to execute this guy. Get baleful judge on him, so he can reroll. No, he failed it. So now initiative off. Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So he is wiped. I sweep and advanced into him as he was shooting his dude bro in the head, and then just punched him in the face with my ceramite fist. So yeah, that's how that ends. That's the entire Chaos army off of the board. So yeah, that was way more brutal than I thought it was going to do. I think first turn popping that Bane Blade really made a big difference over there. That was a lot of firepower off the board, a lot of points off the board, and the fact that he politely landed his Demon Prince right in front of my last cannons was also super nice of him. So yeah, that was a very brutal match, but the Dark Angels came out victorious and wiped at least this part of the planet, which we'll come up with a name for eventually. This part of the planet, the Chaos Taint, has been wiped, so they're going to continue on the mission and keep going forward. And so as of the taping of this, they just announced that they're coming out with the new formations in the for the Chaos Space Marines. So Sterling has already told me that he wants back on the channel once those come out, so he can take them and get some redemption against the Dark Angels. So I say bring it on. That's what I say. I say bring it on. So yeah, that's how this ended. I hope you all enjoyed it. Share, like, and subscribe the video as always. And I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek. My opponent's been Sterling. And until next time, everybody, have fun.